again to Coach's Corner on Cascade Sports, the home of the student athlete. I'm Randy Farris from Kansas City Central, and I'm here today again with Coach Eric King of the Washington Wildcats. Coach has brought also down 3 of his players that we're going to interview later, and their interviews will be up on Cascade Sports after we get those completed and posted at a later date. Coach King, how's your season been going?
Hey, thank you, Coach, and it's good to see you again, my friend. How everything going okay with yourself, first of all?
Going great, going great.
Good, that'll work, Coach, that'll work. But we're doing okay so far. You know, we're 3-3. Okay, we're 1-0 in our league. We've had a really tough tournament, did really well. We lost to Hogan Prep in the Leavenworth tournament over there. So we've really been doing pretty well. We lost in the the Hy-Vee shootout, which was a couple weeks ago against Liberty North by about 15. But other than that, we won a really tough game against Topeka High, the biggest school in Topeka, a 6A school. We beat Topeka West, who is another nice school that's out in suburban Topeka. And we also had a tough league game down at Atchison, who was supposed to pick to be one of the better teams in our league, and we defeated them down there. So, like I said, we're 3-3 so far, 1-0 in our league. So, getting ready for break to be over, and let's get back to, we have a tough game coming up here against Sligo on the 12th at our place, and then we go to Wyandotte, which is always very tough. That Friday, I think that's what, the 15th, something like that. But the league is pretty good this year. You know, everybody in our league, Wyandotte, Sligo, Sumner, Harmon, Atchison, ourselves, you know, we're all kind of rebuilding just a little bit. I've seen early on, because everybody had so many seniors, myself included. We had 5 seniors last year that all got scholarships, so everybody's kind of retooling a little bit. So, but other than that, everything's going well so far. Not bad. The guys are playing hard, getting better every day, practicing, and now it's just time for them to step it up and get their turn, you know, to do what they need to do.
Well, it's kind of a little bit different, you know, between the Kansas side and the Missouri side. We actually played in a tournament over Christmas, which Kansas rules don't permit you to do.
Right.
And we got into some really tall cotton, and the teams we played, we ended up playing Lee Summit, who's the 5th ranked Class 5 team in the state, and then Truman High School, which is another pretty good Class 5 school.
Right.
The thing that we're doing that you're stressing too is for the kids to keep their heads up, and we're trying to get better. It's really hard when the kids lose some games like this to get better and to try to find positives from it. But I think, you know, we just had practice this morning and had a very spirited, very good practice. I think our kids are slated for some improvement after the break also. On the Missouri side, though, because you have those games during the break, then you got to kind of get back into the regularity of practicing and having your regular games during the week. And so I'm looking forward to the second half of the season also. As this year has progressed, have you noticed any things that have been going on with high school basketball? Any trends that you can see that we may as coaches need to look at and may need to work with our players with?
Yeah, I have a couple of them, Coach, to be honest with you. First of all, offensively, and my team as well, free throw shooting. Free throw shooting around the state and around the league and around, you know, around the city in general is kind of down from what I see. Kids aren't just squaring up, you know, sitting in the chair, getting the ball up, nice hand in the cookie jar, you know, ball off your fingertips. They're not focusing like they need to do on the free throw line. So a lot of teams, that, like I said, we would have beat one game that we lost, the charter school in Wichita. They had 6'7", 6'7", 6'8". And my tallest kid is 6'4". We beat us by 1 point, only because we shot 45% from the free throw line. You know, so our kids today, they're not taking their time to go and work on free throws like they need to. You know, they may go out and work on their dribbling or their jump shot or dunking the ball, but that free throw line, that game is a hidden game that we're losing. So kids really need to start working on their free throws a lot more. And offensively, ball movement, player movement. I've seen a lot of kids around the city just standing around, ball begging. If they don't have the ball, they don't know other things that they can do to help their team. Movement, go screen on the ball, go screen away from the ball, cut without the ball. So, you know, kids, we really need to work offensively though on our free throw game and our ball movement, player movement. You know, defensively, also too, some things that I see that people are not playing very good on-ball defense. Okay, we're letting guards ourselves dribble penetrate down through the lane, which, you know, breaks down the whole defense. And now people have to help, and they get kickouts, they get dishes underneath to their bigs for open layups. So we've been really working on getting that top foot up, a drill that I have that we pass the ball and they work on getting that top foot up and they influence and they force baseline. We've been working on our baseline drive rotation. too, with our ball side, help side principles. So we've been doing a much better job of that with our on-the-ball defense. And last but not least is rebounding. You know, a lot of kids just don't box out. I tell our kids every day, they just want to go run and out jump people. You know, so we've been really working every day on finding a body and boxing him out, sitting in his lap, getting your hands up, then go get the rebound. It's hard to break these kids from that. I just want to out jump people and go get it. So if we can ever get that discipline around the city with boxing out and making free throws and playing pretty good team defense, I think everybody around Kansas City can go far in the playoffs this year. But those are just 4 things that I've seen so far in the young season that most teams need to work on.
Well, those are definitely things that I know my team needs to work on. I think coaches on every level, I think NBA coaches are probably talking about making sure that those things happen. The only thing that I'd add to your list is getting back on defense. We had a discussion today in my practice about what constitutes sprinting back on defense, and we worked on sprinting quite a bit because we weren't sprinting back on defense, and you can't really defend people unless you get all 5 of your guys back so that they have to attack your set defense. If you're constantly not getting back on defense and not getting the ball stopped, then you're giving the other team a broken floor and they're able to push the ball against you. But so, and I see this, not just my team, but I see a lot of other teams. If you don't get back and get all 5 guys back and get the ball pushed back out to the top so that they have to attack your defense, then you're actually giving the offense a break. You're letting them have transition. So I think transition defense would be the 5th thing that I would add to your list. So do you want to tell us a little bit about, we're going to be interviewing your individual players later and to post on the website, but could you want to talk a little bit about your personnel, about your players?
Yes, I brought 3 of my guys here today, and 2 of them are supposed to be 2 of the best backcourt kids. My backcourt is one of the best in the state of Kansas. They're both doing well. At first, I'll start off with Jamarcus Dunn, a senior. He played my point guard these last 2 years, but he's been playing point this year, and I moved him off the ball just a little bit this year to 2 to free him up a little bit. But he's averaging about 20 points a game for us. He was in the Leavenworth tournament. He made the All-Leavenworth tournament team, first team. You know, so that was really good. He's a really smart kid. One thing I really like about him is his grades. He's in the band and everything. He has band scholarships, track scholarships, and everything. Going a really good jump shot, really good defender. Really good defender. And most of all, he's a good leader. Good leader for him. Has a 3.8 grade point average. You know, the next kid that I brought is DeMarco Smith, his backcourt mate. He plays the point guard, my shooting guard. He's just a junior. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he has 3 or 4 Division I schools that really likes him right now. He's just a scorer. He's averaging probably about 18 a game. As a matter of fact, the game that we lost by 1 to the Wichita Charter School that I told you had the 6'7", 6'7", 6'8" kid, he didn't play. So we lost to him by 1 point without our best scorer, to be honest with you. But he's really been, eating it up. Everybody likes him. He's a really good kid. So he's just a junior, going to do well for us these next 2 years. And then Marcus Henderson. Marcus Henderson is another kid that I brought along today. Another great kid, played probably our best defender. I've put him on guards. We've had him play big boys. As a matter of fact, the kid from Liberty North that we played, he had to guard him. And that kid was 6'9", 260. And Marcus is no more than about 6'2", 6'3". But he always gives you his heart. Like I said, he's another kid. All 3 of them are in the National Honor Society. They have great grades, great attitude. So these are the 3 kids that I picked to represent the team because they're great character kids. Great character kids. So when we come back, I'll let you maybe get a chance to talk to these guys a little bit.
We had our kids, a couple weeks ago, our kids got interviewed at a practice that we had at Central. So we've had some kids already posted on the website. But I do want to mention a couple of my kids. Tyvon Taylor is our point guard, and he's doing an excellent job. His assist to turnover ratio is 4.5 to 2.3, which is awesome. Anything over a 1-to-1 ratio is good. And he's a really intelligent player. He's my hardest worker. He's my worker bee. Every time I had an off-season workout, he was always there. And he got named to the Liberty North all-tournament team when we played up in the Liberty North tournament. Congratulations. At the end of November. And then I'd also like to mention our other guard, his running mate, Deshaun Graves, who's excellent defender, excellent ball handler, does all the little things. He throws the ball in against the press, and he's just a really sharp kid too. And both those kids are getting some junior college looks. And
sounds good.
And so I'm looking forward to them continue. They're both seniors, and them continuing with basketball. Well, Coach King. It's been fun being back here with you. It's been a while since we've been together.
I know, Coach.
And so to close this out, as I always say, go hard or go home.
And I always like to tell you, remember, you are worthy of your dreams coming true, but you must work for what you want. Thank you, and thank you to our sponsors, and have a good night.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Kat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.